What's going on, everybody? This is Ultimate iDevice Vids, and today in this video we're going to be doing a battery drain test between the iPhone 12 and the Samsung Galaxy S21. And alright, with automatic brightness and color temperature modifications disabled on both of these, we've set both displays to the exact same amount of brightness using a lux meter, and it is what I consider to be a realistic brightness level for real-life usage. I also wanted to let you guys know that the S21 is set to adaptive under motion smoothness, meaning the display refresh rate can automatically adjust to as high as 120 Hz in certain conditions like scrolling and animations. This is what the phone automatically comes set at, and in reality it's what most users are going to be using it at. And of course both devices are running their latest operating systems respectively. Also, both devices have brand new fresh batteries installed. You can see the iPhone 12 is at 100% battery capacity, and of course the Galaxy S21 was just released, so it also has a brand new battery. Also, for those curious, we're using a US model of the Galaxy S21 with the Snapdragon processor. And we're going to get started by disconnecting the power source that these two devices are connected to, and then we'll remove the cables, and we're going to kick things off with some YouTube video streaming. So we're going to load up the same YouTube video on both of these devices, and we're going to make sure that the quality is set to the same on both and that they're both full screen, and we're going to let this video stream for 1 hour. And checking in after an hour of YouTube video streaming, the iPhone 12 is at 98% and the Galaxy S21 is at 94%. So with the two devices being 4% apart, we're going to head on over to Instagram and we're going to look at stories and posts for another hour. And checking back in after an hour of Instagram, the iPhone 12 is at 90% and the Galaxy S21 is at 88%. And next we're going to do some gaming in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. So we're going to head over to the application here and we're going to actually start a game on both, get it all loaded up, and we're going to play the game on both for another hour. And an hour of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas leaves the iPhone 12 at 73% and the Galaxy S21 at 79%. So with the Galaxy showing a slight advantage over the iPhone at this point, we're going to move on to some web browsing. We're going to be using Safari on the iPhone and Chrome on the Galaxy. So we're going to be loading new web pages and scrolling through web pages on theverge.com and apple.com. An hour of web browsing leaves the iPhone 12 at 65% and the Galaxy S21 at 71%. And we're going to move on to a little bit more gaming, this time in Subway Surfers. So we're going to head over to the application here and play the game on both for 30 minutes. After a half hour of Subway Surfers, the iPhone 12 is at 60% and the Galaxy S21 is at 65%. And we're going to move on to Temple Run next. We're going to play this on both for 10 minutes with ads appearing in between each round. And this leaves the iPhone 12 with 59% and the Galaxy S21 with 63%. And moving on to PUBG next. So we're going to launch up the application here and we're going to go ahead and start a match on both, and we're going to play the game here for an hour. And after an hour of playing PUBG, the iPhone 12 is at 45% and the Galaxy S21 is at 49%. So as you can see, the same trend is continuing with the Galaxy S21 being a little bit ahead of the iPhone 12. So with the first round of the battery test complete, we're going to go ahead and go back to YouTube and we're going to stream the same video for another hour. Of course, we're going to make sure the quality is set to the same on both and that it's full screen once again. And checking in after the second hour of YouTube video streaming, the iPhone 12 is at 38% and the Galaxy S21 is at 43%. So heading back to Instagram next, we're going to look at stories and posts for yet again another hour. And alright, this leaves the iPhone 12 with 30% and the Galaxy S21 with 35%. And moving on to Grand Theft Auto San Andreas again, I'm going to start a game on both and just play for another hour. And checking back in, the iPhone 12 is now at 12% and the Galaxy S21 is at 26%. So you can see here the iPhone 12 lost a lot of battery in the second hour of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. So we're going to move on to our second hour of web browsing, once again loading new web pages and scrolling through web pages on theverge.com and apple.com. And this leaves the iPhone 12 with 4% and the Galaxy S21 with 17%. So with the iPhone 12 barely hanging on, we're going to head over to Subway Surfers for our second 30 minutes of gameplay. And around 20 minutes into Subway Surfers, I noticed the iPhone 12's screen dimmed very slightly, most likely an automatic feature to conserve battery. And just as I was going to adjust it back to the amount that we've been using throughout this video, the phone died. You can see it was right before we turned off the lights in preparation to measure the light output. So this gives the iPhone 12 a total on-screen time of 10 hours and 10 minutes in this test. And just a few minutes later, the Galaxy S21 hits 5%, causing the screen to automatically dim. So, of course, we took a moment to recalibrate the display to the same amount of brightness that we've been using throughout this test. And of course, we'll continue with Subway Surfers here. And alright, after 30 minutes of Subway Surfers, the Galaxy S21 is still at 5%. So we're going to head on over to Temple Run next for our second 10 minutes of gameplay, once again with ads appearing in between each round. And checking in after that, the Galaxy S21 is now at 3%. So we're going to head over to PUBG and we'll get into a match here, and we'll see how long the S21 can hang on here. And 9 minutes into PUBG, the Galaxy S21 dies, giving it a total on-screen time of 10 hours and 38 minutes in this test. So at the end of the day, while both of these phones have very good battery life, I'd say the Galaxy S21 is the safer bet in terms of battery life. This shouldn't come as too much of a surprise considering it has more battery capacity than the iPhone, the S21 having 4,000 milliamp hours and the iPhone 12 having 2,815 milliamp hours. That being said, the iPhone 12 did quite well in comparison to a phone with a much bigger battery, but it's definitely worth mentioning that the iPhone's max refresh rate is 60 Hz, while once again the Galaxy is 120 Hz, so that lower refresh rate probably helped the iPhone compete in this test. So at the end of the day, for normal usage, I think most people will be satisfied with either of these phones in terms of battery life. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.